this video I'm gonna reveal you the most essential skill to make logo animations. You can download this project file in the description down below. Making a new tutorial for each day of the year, day 49 of 365. We will start by tracing our logo. Press G to grab the pen tool and let's start tracing the outline of our logo, like this. I recommend you to not close the mask. We already have our mask here and we have to add the effect stroke. And we are going to select all mask. Now decrease spacing to 0. We don't need this spacing. And here in paint style, select reveal original image. If you increase the brush size, you will see it will start revealing your logo. So we increase this until we can see our logo fully revealed. You can also adjust here a little bit the mask. And now let's animate this stroke. So go here to end and make a keyframe. First, let's set this to 0. Go to the end and increase it to 100%. And now we already have this animation. For now, this animation is kinda choppy, so we have to press U to see all the keyframes. Let's select both keyframes and press F9 to ease them. Grab the last keyframe, go to the graph editor, make sure you are here in the speed graph and select this and move it to 100%. You can also move by a little this one too. So we have this animation now. If we try to make a motion blur by enabling here the motion blur, you will see nothing happens. So if you want motion blur, you have to add the effect DC Force Motion Blur. There you go. Now you can see there we have motion blur. You can see here like some layers. If you don't want to see those layers, you have to increase here the amount of samples. But it will take more time to render. So keep in mind that if you want even more motion blur, you have to increase this shutter angle. So if we put here, I don't know, 400, you will see there is like more motion blur. And to make this effect even smoother, I'm gonna add the effect roughen edges. Place this effect above the force motion blur. And first we are going to decrease the fractal influence to 0, so it doesn't have any kind of distortion. Now increase the border by lots until you see your logo like sinking like this, and make a keyframe. Also increase the edge sharpness until you see the borders are not too blurry. This is fine for me. And make a keyframe for edge sharpness too. Press U to see those keyframes, grab them and move it to the beginning. Go here to the end and change edge sharpness to 1 and border to 0. Now ease them, grab the two keyframes at the end, go to the graph editor and move this handle to 100%. And we have this. So I recommend you to grab these keyframes at the end of roughen edges and move it a little forward like this, so it takes more time to recover. Now we have to animate the font at the center. For now we are going to hide this effect by clicking here, hide the stroke effect, and let's mask out this font. You have to trace it with the pen tool. Press G and start tracing like this. You don't have to close this mask. Enable again the stroke effect. Okay, and now we have this. So that could be the animation done, but if you want, you can also make one layer for each element. So if I want this font to be in another layer, we have to duplicate this layer with Ctrl D, and in this layer let's call this WhatsApp circle. Go to the mask with M and delete the mask of the font. So delete it. Go to the other layer. Let's call this WhatsApp font. Go to the mask and delete the first mask. So now you can move these keyframes as you want. And there you have it. So that's all for today's tutorial. That's basically the most essential skill everyone should know to make logo animations. It's used really often by doing these logo animations. So that's all for today. You can download this project file in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. See ya.